Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Celestial Farm Girl and I'm here this afternoon or this evening to do a reading on the moon as she charioteers through Libra. The chariot is for the tarot card for Cancer, I'm sorry. And Cancer, her planet is the moon. And so I'm kind of like putting the moon in this. The sun is our outer world self and what goes on in our life. The moon is about our inner world, our family, our feelings, emotions, and how we react to life. And so the moon is all about emotions. And that's basically what the chariot is called, is emotions, because our emotions push us forward. And so right now, she is in the middle of Libra, the constellation of Libra, and she is actually getting ready. The moon will be squaring off with Mars, which is about tension, friction, synergy. Libra. The representation of Libra is the glyph of balance or the scales, and it also means the setting of the western sun. It's ruled by Venus, which is all about having all material things that you need, and Libra accordingly deems it justice. Okay, so it's justified to have everything that you need in life in order to make it successful, and I believe this to be true myself. So, with that being said, this is going to be about Libra's, about the balance, about justice, about liberation, and all these things. So let's go ahead and have a look at the dice here and see what we roll out. Let's mix them up real good and think about the moon as she's emotionally rolling or charioteering through Libra. Balance, materials, the people having things that they need, and squaring off with Mars. And Mars is what? All about leadership, action, a doer, mover, shaker. He's not really, he has been a god of war, but we actually see him as the head and the leaders of the astrological chart. And as we go through each section of the chart, that is a part of the body. And we all have every aspect as we go through the chart. And when you realize you've perfected all of them, you have become a whole ascended being, right? Right. You mastered yourself. Here we go. We got 69, the chariot. We got the moon, sure enough. And I'm going to leave that there. The moon landed on 7, which is the card of the chariot. And we have 8, which is infinity. Landed in November at 0 degrees of 0, all possibilities, which is what 0 degrees. 8 is about infinity, what goes around, coming around, what goes around, coming around. And Cancer is about yin and yang, right? So I guess really we could see it as feminine and a masculine, or light and dark, the sun and the moon is how we see things, right? And it actually landed in July, and I do believe that's actually on X, and I believe that is actually Cancer's place in the astrological chart. Yeah, she landed in her own birth chart. Cancer did. That's pretty awesome. I would love for you guys, well, you see it sitting right here. So with that being said, let's pick this up. We've got the moon in Cancer, and we've got infinity. And, this could represent emotions too. The emotions that you put out will come back. So we always want to keep that in mind as well, right, guys? So what we're going to do, this is Libra, the constellation of Libra, and what Libra stands for, and the moon shining into the inner world. So we're going to start at the root chakra and see what is at the root of the collective of all astrological signs. And we're kind of pinpointing in on how Libra affects us all and when the moon is shining through it. So let's see what's going on in the collective as a whole. Oh, I see that there could be some conflict going on out there. This is Venus in Aquarius, and it is air sign, and we're talking about the sacral chakra. This could be possibly tension and conflict between relationships and couples. Of course, it's relationships, but more so maybe couples, marriage, friends, best friends, things like that. And it is an air sign. And yeah. So it says up here there could be some selfishness or some cunning, a betrayal, a misrepresentation, a loss, unfair advantages, and a pointless victory. So on whatever side of the card you stand on, this is representing the sacral chakra, which is the sacral chakra represents things that are sacred. So if you're standing up for yourself against selfishness and hatred and, bullying or anything like that, cunning strategies, people going against you, using their mind, which is air, and that's what we got here is an air sign. So like I said, also Mars is facing off to the moon, and Venus, which is this is Venus right here, and Venus in Libra is actually the war general of the troop up there, from according to what I heard. So there could be some conflicts going on, misunderstandings, some frustrations, and the root of it could be that well, what can you do? There's misunderstandings, there's conflicts, there's stuff that might need to be talked out between people of inner world things, such as how they truly feel about each other, to bring it back down into the heart where love is. Okay? So this is a couple. It usually represents a couple. So what more can I say from there? And I got a ace, and aces usually represent yes. Do you see the yes? So, get your feelings right, separate for a while, and, this if there's, sweet, loving words or water to the soul. So love yourself, give yourself self-love, comfort yourself, and then, if you can, help to comfort others, if it's at all possible. And generally, that's what the human spirit really wants to do anyway. We don't want to really see people stressed out and in conflict, because it makes us feel stressed out and in conflict, right? Okay. So justice. Here we have Libra. The F scale, the F note. I don't know what that is. This is about justice. It's about integrity, truth, legality, doing the right thing for the right reasons to bring peace into your own soul. Isn't that what it's all about? I mean, if we can have peace in our own soul and know we've done the right thing for the right reasons, which does bring peace, by the way. That's what justice is, peace, doing the right thing for the right reasons. And here we got Libra and 11. I love the number 11. 1, new beginnings for 1. And 11 is a very high vibrational, transcendent number. It means going higher and deeper. We want to connect our mind of air to our heart of water. And when we do that, how we think will affect our emotions. And in the beginning of that, it is not always fun because healing is something we all need to do. This talks actually about healing, balance and harmony, and good karma. And that is healing, and that's wonderful. It says that you have good karma. Yeah, and that's at the sacral chakra, but it's portraying the throat chakra right here, which is about speaking your truth. Because when you speak truth loud, it's heard across the collective. You always want to be willing to speak your truth. It brings justice. God hears it. The collective hears it. Truth river beats throughout the ecosystem. It's a very necessary part of our everyday life. And this falls at the sacral chakra, the second chakra up right here, which is all about the sacred. And justice is about the sacred. And, if you were fighting for justice, then you win. You win because that is sacred, and you will be protected as you stand up for yourself, or stand up for others, or stand up for the truth. Especially when you stand up for the truth. Yes, there it is again. That's fire. That's fire joining you in your justice of standing up for truth. So continue to do what you're doing. Let's see how you feel about yourself. People, collective, this is for the divine collective, all you beautiful Libras, and then of course those of us who have Libra characteristics. I myself have Mercury in Libra, and so Libra is all about Mercury is all about communication, and so my communication is pretty much always about justice, doing the right thing for the right reasons, that you can bring joy and love into your heart. And we're not always perfect, and we're not going to always hit the nail on the mark, but when we're happy with who we are, when we know we've done our best, when we tried everything out there, all we can do is pat ourselves on the back and say, way to fucking go. You really do it. You try everything. You do the right thing for the right reasons, whether it's for yourself, which always should be, or when we go out of our way for others. People see this, people understand this, and people, and all we want from it is to know that we did our best, right? And this builds up our self-esteem. Now, we don't want to become slaves to others, but we want to do what we're capable of doing, when we're capable of doing it. Ooh, devil popped up, said no. But, the devil is actually Capricorn. And this is a root right here. Oh, behind it we got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so we got 2 cards that time. The devil is Capricorn, and it don't always mean bad things. I take it at this point at the solar plexus that, you will feel good about yourself. You know, Capricorn is a hard worker, and I think it's really unjustified to give one person the or one astrological sign the symbol of the devil, which everybody is like, oh my God, not the devil. But the devil, Capricorn is strong, and they're determined, and they push through until they finish, you know, what they're doing, and they work hard. And the reason they can be sometimes in the devil category is if they're fearful or, you know, have low vibing thoughts. But can't we all be there? That's right. That's not just a Capricorn. So at this point, we're pulling this out as a high-ranking card. 1 and 5 makes 6. Capricorn is the earth sign, and we know the earth is beautiful. She produces nothing but good. And we know to watch a goat climb a mountain is poetry in motion. And so that's how I'm going to see this card. Do you see that goat on TikTok climbing that mountain? That's poetry in motion. And so as we go on through this reading, all Librians and all those who have Librian aspects, you get topped off with the Ace of Pentacles, Mother Earth. You're going to get 2 cards at your solar plexus because it's a beautiful thing, and you deserve to be blessed because you got called the devil, which is a negative energy, and I don't like it. And I know a lot of Capricorns probably don't like it. And I think we should stand up, and the devil should get his own card, and Capricorn, the goat, should have their own card too. Because the goat is the greatest of all times. They fight to the finish. And they're daredevils. And you never see a goat chasing a cat, or you don't see goat chasing and causing trouble with things. So, yeah, put the goat on Capricorn. I like it. And with that rant, please forgive me. I get carried away. I'm very passionate about injustice. Man, if they had put the devil for my astrological sign of Virgo, I'd have been screaming it from the mountains. You know, oh no, no, oh, yeah, it's not right. It's not right. I mean, who's God? So they got devil on one. Who would they put as God on the other? You know, that would be not right, right? And then leave everybody else out? No. Okay, here we go. So we're at the solar plexus, and you guys see how fiery I am about the self-esteem of people being, to feel good about themselves, right? I want people to know that they are friggin' awesome and to feel good about themselves. And to understand and look within and see what a gift you are to yourself. Your life is a gift to yourself. That's truth. That's justice. You should feel this way. This is how you should treat yourself. You should treat yourself like you're blessed, like you're beautiful within who you are, within your truth-telling, within the love you give to others, for your inner world. Because after your outer world has grown older, it's going to be your inner world that you're going to depend on to bring joy and happiness to you for the rest of your life. You're not always going to be a bathing beauty, and you're not always going to be the Hulk. You know, that's old time. You see how old world I am? I don't even know who's out these days. But your strength will be from your inner world, and how you develop the virtues of character within you. And you will appreciate yourself and love yourself, and your people around you will appreciate and love yourself. And it takes strength and courage to develop virtues. It takes it. But Libra, That's what you're about, is justice. It's all about self-development, relationships. Relationship with self is the most important relationship you can have. And so God is telling you, bring your self-esteem up. Quit having conflict with where you came from or who you were when you came from there. That you're grown up now and you understand what it is to have justice, and that you're working hard and moving towards it. But you need to recognize that you're a gift, like the goat, the greatest of all time. It doesn't matter who the goat is. Everybody can be a goat. Everybody, every astrological sign has the ability to be a goat. And how do you be a goat? You begin from where you start and you climb that mountain and you pick up every beautiful trait out of each and every astrological sign. When you get back to the top of the mountain, you have developed yourself into the perfect human. You might not be totally perfect, but you'll be so much better from where you started, and you'll be so proud of yourself for what you've done. Right? You won't have remorse. And I saw remorse there, and I passed by, and I'm like thinking, what? You won't be remorseful for working on yourself and taking the time to work on yourself and your aspects and the best characteristics out of each and every sign. Instead of blindly walking through your life, you can actually begin to study yourself in the astrological chart. You can be like, oh, I got that, and that, and that, and that. And I don't have that, but that's okay because I balance it out with this. And you can begin building yourself. This represents your heart right here. But we've got your solar plexus. So, like, you be shining. You be shining and being so proud of who you are and why you are. And here we have Leo, or, Saturn in Taurus. A little bit of hard work goes a long way. And this is how you will admire. You see how he's admiring his work? That's him. That's his self-development that he has put into himself to find his self-worth, to find his godliness, to become a whole person, to complete the wheel, and to be what you were created and designed to be through the natural forces of life. Yeah, and to find your mission. Wouldn't that be something? I know you got a lot of work to do out there, people. I know you got a lot of things on your plate, but nothing will be as important on your plate as you are. And to complete that plate, to complete that circle, yeah. And when you integrate your yin and your yang and you become one whole person, that's where you are right there. You're a new creature. That's it. That's what happens when you integrate your male and your female. A third creature is born, and that's who you are, a well-balanced, mastered creature. Yeah, and I'm going to set this on the heart too. And this is 6, all about balance. Right now, Mars, the moon and Mars are facing each other. Divine feminine and a divine masculine are facing off at each other. And this is all about making yourself a priority towards, perfection. Bringing, to be happy about who you are. That is Wonderful. And that's the message. And this is at the throat chakra. And we have self-worth again, self-value, the solar plexus. It will light you up. It will make you so happy to be the creature that you are. And you will become your own work of art, right? Right. You becoming your own work of art, creating yourself, creating you into being something from out of clay, instilling the virtues of God within your own body. A spirit in the flesh walking on the planet. That's what it is. It's the holy circle. I mean, yeah, I know it is. I know it is. In my heart of hearts and soul of souls, and so do you too. So the message is acceleration, approaching goals, fast action, Mars, communication, incoming message, bring good news, unrestricted and all clarity, you know. So this is all truth. God's confirmed it right there. The Holy Spirit, the creator of creations, left us a way to climb that ladder, each rung of the ladder, and to be the goat and land at the top. After assimilating every one of the greatest traits that you can find in each of the zodiacs, because they're in us all. This is the third eye chakra, the pineal gland, a journey, a figurative journey, transition, exit away from past sorrow, transforming cognition from difficult to calmer, healing. So what is this saying? This is our intuition here. This is the moon. The moon rules over this chakra right here. She's showing you an inner world of how to develop yourself into being the most perfect person that you would love to be. You love yourself now, but when you begin to work on yourself, you're going to appreciate yourself so much more. You'll feel like a work of art, actually, when you're done. You know, my story is a long story. I don't really have a whole lot of time to talk about it, but I started from the 6th grade. You know, that was all the schooling I got, and I ran away from everybody. So I didn't stick around long enough to be taught a lot by the parents. It was a toxic situation. But at 30 years old, I began to know that I needed to do something or I wasn't going to make it very far. And so I began to work on self-development. And for a 6th grader who didn't get the greatest raisings and, you know, parents who had problems within themselves and stuff like that, I feel like I have come a long way, a very long way. And it was because I began working on myself. And, well, let me tell you something. It's not as simple as that. It came with a vision. It came with the vision. And because I've got to tell you this vision, because it matches Libra, okay? Because the vision was of the sun setting in the west, and that's what the picture or the glyph of Libra represents, the sun setting in the west. And Jesus was talking to me, and he literally pointed to the glyph of Libra, of the sun setting in the west. And this was the beginning of my self-development, you understand? So did I have a whole lot of holy help? Oh, yes, I had a lot of holy help. I had help beyond belief. but I also know it can be done. You know, what did I have in Holy Help? Encouragement, the love of God, the love of truth, the love of wanting to know a better life. That kind of love is what I had. And so it helped and encouraged me and got me to a place where I can speak and I can hear and I can understand everything going on around me. And it might not always be perfect, but I don't live in confusion and I don't wonder why anymore. I know that now at this development, I can make choices, follow through, do what I need to do to survive this life, and not just that, to thrive in this life and to leave this to my children. And I feel so honored because I myself got to sail away into a whole nother world when I began to investigate all the aspects of the astrological charts and what I could implement into my life, what would fit for me or what did fit for me. What did I have here that I could work on, and what did I have here that I could work on? And we never stop working on ourselves because we are our story. We are our own story. So never stop working. Always continuously move forward. But this is a beautiful reading. We're looking at the inner world of all of us, and we all have this magic inside of us. It's already there. We just have to figure out the puzzle, put the pieces together, and become that work of art that we love. And that is us. That's ourselves. And when we love ourselves, we love everybody else so much more purely and more innocently and authentically. It is a beautiful, beautiful place to be. I hope you guys like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm just getting started with doing these inner world moon readings and looking at our chakras and stuff. And do not forget to do your spiritual hygiene. Cleanse your spirit, cleanse your chakras, work on your energetic centers, and stand up and shine. I love you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Good night. Bye-bye.